Yes, YouTube, welcome back to another video. So we are in the gym for arms. I will run you through the full voiceover of what we've got. I just did a nice little 10-minute walk over there, just from a digestion standpoint after my pre, and just to get nice and warm and ready to roll. So arms, we're in. The game plan is I'm going to hit this session, and then we've got a 3-day deload. So I'm away for 2 nights this weekend. The start of this week on Monday, I felt absolutely battered, and I can still just grind through and keep progressing these sessions. But I know when I need that little reset before I take it too far, before things start to go downhill. And I'm definitely feeling that. So that's why now I've moved arms early, so we can still get that in, and it's not quite as taxing of a session, but we'll still get this absolutely drilled. So I will show you what the full setup is of the session. But yeah, this session, 3-day deload, and then I'll be back in for push then on the Monday. So we'll have a bit of a deload talk later on in the vid. I'll let you know the game plan. But for now, enjoy the arm session. So arm day, let's get it. It was a very enjoyable session, boys, because there was literally like 1 or 2 people in the gym, which was brilliant. We are always a big fan of that. So kicking it straight off, bench, daisy chains, right? Just so I can stay stable, I can keep that tension on my tris, and I can align exactly how I want to. So all I'm thinking about is from the moment this starts, tension is on triceps, contract hard. Keep that on my triceps and contract that hard and feel that contraction. Once I've felt that contraction, that's when I come into that eccentric. Keep that tension on there and drive through. And you'll see I'll make the little increments on these ones. See how I've got the 1 kilo there on the stack. So that's something that helps me out a lot. Just keep these progressing. And these have been progressing nicely. You know, I want to get these up to the point where, if you see there, get to the stack with like actual real good clean form for like 12 reps as well, right? Not just for like 2 reps, because it's just a complete waste of time. But you'll see intensity stays there. Like these sets are still pretty brutal. Don't get me wrong. Like there's no big movements here, but like the sets are still pretty brutal because I'm taking them there. So then all I do is I put the bench upright and I move on to a very similar setup, but now we're moving overhead. So we're more of that length and range focus, right? And that long head. So long head of the triceps, that upper arm wants to stay up. I like my upper arm kind of like just level with my shoulder joint. That's where I feel the most comfortable. So I'm not really thinking as much about like contracting hard here. What I'm thinking about is spending that time in the stretch and then driving through, right? That's what I want. I want to think, right, triceps, spend the time in the stretch, drive through with triceps, stay nice and stable. So that tension stays on, and you can see me like closing my eyes through some of these reps, thinking about just triceps, 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 triceps. Spend that time in the stretch. And as long as I think about I don't want to think my hands drive through. I want to think, right, triceps and finish the rep, triceps, finish the rep. The tension stays on. That's so important. Again, you'll see like the last reps, they're still pretty brutal, boys. Like this is why, like, yes, it is an arm day and it sounds a bit fluffy, but like it's still fucking painful. Like the thing with arms, every one of these sets, there's like a grind the last rep. And that's every set. Like I'm only showing you 1 set of each movement. So it does take out of you. So then I move on to just the tricep extension on the Cybex. Just literally for a little bit more volume, so I don't absolutely spam those first 2 too much. Just puts me at a slightly different angle, but it's very similar, but it's just so we can get a little bit more arm volume just to finish, get a ton of blood in there, get a big pump on, get 2 good quality high volume sets, and it just finishes off the triceps nicely. So it's only 6 movements, right? It's 3 for triceps and then 3 for biceps. So that on the cable just works nicely. I have my cuffs and I just hold on to them, and it just works really well. You can do a similar setup without the back pad, but I really, really like them and they feel good. And then that's triceps absolutely toasted once I've done those. So I do 3 sets, and then 2 sets there. And then moving on to biceps. So preach curl, my absolute favorite. Got my feet behind me just so I can keep that upper arm tight into that pad and keep that tension on. And you'll see the good thing with this this piece is a Strive piece, so it's like an old Prime, and before it was Prime. So I've got 15 kilos on the middle pin and 15 kilos on the top pin. What I then do is I move weight slowly as the sets go on. So I actually run 4 sets of this because I go middle pin and the top, then I go a bit more on the top, a bit less on the middle, all on the top for the last 2 sets. So it just drops off then as I get that bicep short, as I contract. So it works like absolutely perfectly because as biceps fatigue, we can essentially just match that. So it's still going to be heavy in the stretch and then it's going to actually drop off as we contract so we can still get those last reps. So this was a pretty heavy one for me. But again, you know, I want to get stronger with this form and with this control. That's a big goal. I've really not been thinking about the load, but you know, I do want to make sure I'm getting way stronger than I've ever been on my arm work because that will reflect in how they look essentially. This was one of the downsides of that though. So the stack on this cable, if you've used it, is a massive difference between each. This was the next jump up and I was just like, that felt a little bit heavy. To be honest, I think I rushed in just a little bit down from upstairs onto here. I just got straight on because that's sometimes in a really quiet gym, right? Sometimes you like jump onto the next thing and you're like, oh shit, I actually need a little bit longer. So I just noted that down for next time. I jumped into that a little bit quick, and when I was looking back in the gym, I wasn't too happy with the form on a couple of those reps, but it's nothing crazy. Upper arm behind me there, just that length and range challenge, and then hammer curl variation. I actually hold the cuffs. Feels great, feels really, really good. I don't have them on, I just like hold them tight and then I can actually just keep my torso into that pad and just perform like a normal hammer curl that aligns really, really well, and they feel really good. And after 2 sets of them there, like honestly, biceps are absolutely smoked. So I have 4 sets, 3 sets, and then 2 sets of that hammer curl to finish. And like genuinely, you know, I remember doing this set, like biceps are screaming at me by this point, which is essentially what I want. I just need to play around with the height of the cable a little bit just so they're bang on. But after that, triceps are smoked, biceps are absolutely smoked, and everything pretty much stays 8 to 12 of those. And it is all very, very, very good quality work. Just before then, the deload comes in and I get super fresh to kick on. Good morning. So it is currently 11:30. That's been a very busy morning of work, but the squad is ready to roll. So we're good, we're cooking. Right, I'm gonna get my cardio done. So what I'm gonna do, creatine, which I'm gonna actually take with me. So first of all, I'm going away, boys, Friday night, Saturday night. So all I literally do, all the sups, put them in a little box, take them with me. I'm gonna take my way with me. I'll show you all the food that I'm actually gonna take away as well. So you can see what I do when I am away. But right now, I'm gonna get a scoop of the Energy Pre because we're gonna get some cardio done, and I'm gonna take that with me as well because I reckon I'll do some cardio whilst I am away because there is a little gym where we are staying. So I'll see. We're taking a deload, but I'm gonna do my cardio. So I'm gonna get this down me now, get 20 minutes of cardio done, get a shower, get ready, and then we'll go. And I'll literally show you, boys, like, I'm just gonna take my sourdough, take my eggs, take my oats, and then last meal, we'll just work around, but I'll show you.
Why drive a car? No? Podcast. Zero. Only podcasts. Okay. Wait a minute. You listen to music while you ride motorcycles, but not. Okay.
Right, we're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. First stop, we've got laptop, we've got that, we're sorted. Cool bag, with a cool bag inside it, mate. Don't know if you've seen that before. Lucy's put whipped cream in here, but in here I have got almond milk, berries, eggs, tomatoes, oats for today, dark choc. So I've got oats, tomatoes, eggs, dark choc, berries, almond milk. That's pretty much all I will need in there with that. So that is another oats meal for today. I'm gonna eat whilst we drive. Jokes, I'm gonna totally pull over and eat it there, of course. We've got the first oatmeal It is currently 1 o'clock, so I'm absolutely starving. I usually eat at 11. So that is going to come with. We'll leave that out. I have got the most underrated monster ever as well. That bad boy is absolutely elite. Underrated, that one. So that is going to come with. And then in there, I've just got sups in terms of actual like vitamins. And then what else have we got? Scales, shaker, ketchup, salt, oats, whey, pre-cardio. Boom. Laptop, camera, other bits. Prepped. So let's get on the road. We have arrived, boys, in Wales. I don't know where we are, but it is very nice, mate. Very, very nice. I will show you the gaff right now. I'm just running to the car to get Lucy's bits, but it is, I wouldn't call it a lodge, I'd call it a small house, mate. Quite literally. It is sound. It's very, very nice. Room number 1, fellas. Fire. Fire. Gaff. Stocked, mate. Gaff.
Oh.
Cheers, sir.
Why did I struggle so much?
I don't know. We've got garden, mate. Can hear some cows. And then we've got that bad boy, mate. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. But
Now I need to move to the
Wales.
middle of nowhere. Smells a bit like cow manure. But
Gaff. Right, fellas, we're cooking up. We have got chicken breast each, seasoning, lettuce, peppers, mushrooms, 3 pitters. Glorious, mate. Glorious. Lock my car. Make sure we lock the car actually. Then we're getting there, mate. Yes.
it's just a little vlog.
For my vlog.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
It is.
I don't think so.
I think the camera's all a bit steamy. It is. Insert into your belt. Bye.
Good morning, fellas. We're in the gymnasium with a wild Mrs. Tolfrey. So we're gonna get the cardio boxed off, mate. Where can I stand you? So yeah, we're going to have 3 full days of no training, but I'm just going to get 20 minutes cardio done because I hate not doing anything. For me, cardio is just a decompressor. I like doing it, and I'll keep it in, so I'll get 20 done now and then 20 in the morning before driving back, and it'll just help me chill. So in terms of a deload, the main things I'm thinking is that the main thing I notice is that 6th gear just goes. Like I can progress my training. I've progressed my training on 1,400 calories, right? The leanest I've ever been. I can like just bully the progressions, but for me, I see myself get really watery. I notice digestion can take a hit. Motivation just to train is lower, and that's when I'm like, ooh. And I got in there on Monday and I felt battered. So look at your training progressions. Look at your motivation to train. Look at that 5th gear, that 6th gear in the gym just isn't there. Like for me, when I think about like, say, going to train with someone for a big session or something like that, and I'm just like, I don't know if I could do that. Like that's when I know, right, that something's not right there. Especially when I absolutely love my training. So they're the things to look out for. And little things with me, like if I've been working for like 2-3 hours, I'll start to like speak slower and mess my words up, and that's the extreme of when I know I'm battered, and that's when I was on that Monday. So I was like, right, do you know what will be smart? Just move the arms to the Thursday, and then obviously I knew we were coming here, so that's why Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we just got like complete rest days, which is fine. That's all good. So yeah, that's what to look out for really in terms of a deload. So physically and mentally, CNS wise, that's why I like having. I'm in the gym now, so. But I actually like having a break out of the gym completely, so like no training whatsoever, and I'll try and like not watch any training videos or anything like that. Obviously it's a bit more difficult for me because I'm talking about the gym every single day with clients, but for me, if I have 3 full days, that's more than enough, and then we're back in. So today rest, tomorrow, which is Sunday, rest, and then we'll get back in there for push. So yeah, I feel fresher already, to be honest, having a rest day that's not normally yesterday. So I'm going to get the Bubblegum Energy pre down from Perform. Luke 25 to save, boys. I will put my link in the description. I also made my Perform under before. I got, what have I got now? I've got that cookie dough that I needed to get. I've got a cinnamon donut, choc mint, I think it's the strawberry and blackcurrant pump pre. I'll show you in the next vid when I get home. And then I think I got some vitamin C as well. So we're stocked up with what we need. So shout out Perform as always. Send me your order if you do use the code, especially if you go through that link. I really appreciate it, and I'll always say a big thank you for using it because I do genuinely appreciate that. So anyway, let's get a podcast on. I think I'm going to do, we've got a rower and a treadmill. So I think I'm going to do, to get my heart rate up, I think I'm going to blast 10 minutes on the rower, and then I'm going to blast 10 minutes on the treadmill and just keep that at 130. So let's get it. Wait, I can't remember if I even said it was a year ago that we got engaged. That's why we're staying away this weekend. So that's gone fast. That's crazy. But yeah, 1 year engaged, soon to be Mrs. Whitney, mate. Soon to be. Another year, and we're married. Fire, mate. Lucy just beat me at a game, and I'm fuming, mate. 5-4. I think it's called Dobble. Great game, mate. Bottled it. Absolutely bottled it. So now, it is time for tub, mate. There's one place I can chill, it is a hot tub, to be fair. So I'm going to put you down and we're going to get in it. Lucy's coming out. And the fire thing is, it's always freezing, mate. You get one of these and then you can actually just hook it up on there because it's always freezing. And then I've beat the system. iPad inside, Arsenal Fulham on. If we're talking elite setups, not bad. We're in. Don't know what she's doing, mate. It's taken about 25 years, but it's been nice to chill, boys. I'm not gonna lie. I've still been obviously WhatsApp. I've got my laptop with me. Made a few changes to food and stuff like that, which I'll always do because changes need to be made, right? And you know, I've got some of the boys who are on prep. I've got some of the boys who, you know, are pushing hard now to finish phases or just driving really hard. So obviously, when we need the change over the weekend, I'll always make them. That's fine. It's no problem. I'll always have my phone on me. I enjoy getting back to the boys. I want to know that everything's okay. So that side of things is never something where I'll say like, right, absolutely nothing, because there's stuff that needs to get done, but I can actually just be in a bit of a different environment, because usually, you know, I run straight up to my office, end up doing this, doing that, starting to do this, starting this thing. Like, I'll just, if I've got nothing to do, I'll do that, whereas here I don't actually have the option. So it's nice to just give Lucy that time as well. She deserves it. And here she is. She's got a drink and she ain't got me a drink. You got to say for yourself. Where have you been? Where's my fucking drink?
You literally, I said I wasn't ready to get in, and then I look out window and you're already in it. You want a drink?
Nah, it's alright.
I have got my juice. You can share mine.
Alright, we'll share. Right, I'm going to show you what I've done for the final meal, because I am a master when I need to. So, everything else stayed the same, right? This day now, with a pizza in there, and I'll show you how easy this is. 2,800, 200 protein, it's 70 fat, rest day is higher fats anyway. This is slightly higher than normal, but it's still not bad at all. 310 carb, right? So my last meal now is, the pizza is 620 calories, and then all I have got is this. So I've got that chicken, which goes on there easy, and then I have got this pizza, which looks pretty nice to be fair, and it's only 620. So that, under 800 calories, and I'm just going to whack that chicken on top. Easy work. So then all I did was literally, instead of my normal meal 4, I had like a packet of these like chicken skewers, which were nice to be fair. So there's no carbs in that meal, there's less calories. They were only 200 calories, but that saves the gap, and then that's all we need to do. So we'll have that in like an hour and a half. So easy work. So we will get that down. Lucy's got one as well, and we'll wrap that up there because I filmed a lot. So thank you for watching. Make sure you subbed. Giveaway, Perform 2K. So hit that, and link to Perform is in there, as well as the link to inquire for coaching. So it's all there. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. What are you saying?